I wanted to address the hysteria surrounding a term, a phrase that has been used by Obama and some of his advisors that seems to be ripe for whipping people into a frenzy or hysteria. This phrase is sharing the wealth, and Glenn Beck and others are using it to try and assert that this proves unequivocally that Obama and his advisors are Marxists trying to bring about a Soviet-style socialist republic or communist republic. It's bullshit, okay? It's absolute bullshit. Sharing the wealth is used by capitalists to sell capitalism in a democracy. If you listen to what they try to tell you, they tell you it's the most equitable form of distributing wealth, that, you know, a rising tide lifts all boats, and they're trying to say it's the best form of economy because everyone participates. Rising tide lifts all boats and other platitudes. But what we found over the past few decades was that was not happening. What we found was that productivity was improving, we were gaining in productivity, but that labor was not receiving any portion of those productivity gains. It was all going to the wealthy, all of it. It was not an equitable distribution of wealth. And now the wealthy are saying, well, now they want redistribution of wealth, and that's bad. Well, it's a distribution of wealth which can be equally harmful, okay? And the fact that the rich own so much and that they've been receiving so much money that they won't spend, it stagnates the economy. The economy is all about circulation. It's all about people having money to spend. And that's how the economy thrives. If all the money goes to a very few number of individuals, the economy stagnates. It is directly responsible for the recession we're in now, the fact that the wealthy have so much and everyone else has so little. It's directly responsible. And it's due to the distribution of wealth, which is unfair in this country. Okay? Now, what progressives want to do is they want to correct that somewhat. They don't want to get rid of the market mechanisms, but they do want to correct, to an extent, the unfairness in the distribution of wealth and the unfairness in how much the wealthy have to pay in taxes. Okay? Because the wealthy certainly have a lot more to lose if this country goes under. You know how much, okay? The wealthy have a vested interest in the state, and they should be willing to contribute more to protect it, okay? There's also the concept of equal opportunity in this country is vital towards keeping people happy, okay? Now, people are disgruntled when they see people who have privilege, who are incompetent, always winning, okay? When they see someone like a George Bush, who is frankly just a dull, incompetent person, thrust into a position of privilege the way he was, they sense that there's something about the social structure in this country that is unfair, that the people who have power have not earned it. They have inherited it. They have not earned it, okay? Equal opportunity is very important in a democracy, for a democracy to work, okay? And with this idea that we have to kill death taxes because you're taxing people because they die. No, it's a property tax that's deferred until someone dies. We're being nice enough to wait until you die to tax all the property that you have as a result of a combination of things, of your hard work, maybe you just stole it, you know. That happens too. And the state, the fact that the state protects your property, and you depend upon it heavily. So it's property tax. Estate tax is property tax deferred until after you die. It's not a death tax, okay? So, I think of one saying that I like in particular, that I think is especially important to consider. And this statement was made by John F. Kennedy. And it goes like this. It says, if a society cannot help the many who are poor, it cannot save the few who are rich. I think it's important. It's important to remember that we're in a democracy, we're in a social structure, okay? And we can't take the state for granted. That we have to understand there are forces at work that either keep the state cohesive and together, or they drive the state into chaos, and they drive the state to pit one class against another. So that's all I'm going to say for now. Thanks.